Hello there everybody, welcome back to another MapleStory video, and in this video we're going to be talking about, yes, you probably guessed it from the title, but we're talking about Hotel Arcus, best maps to farm for familiars. And if you're not in the know, somehow, but you still watch MapleStory content, this is what got announced at, whatchamacallit, MapleFest. This right here, Familiar Region Expansion, Hotel Arcus. November 20th, 2024, so when Milestone Update comes out, that's when we're getting this. So this is big news. Well, big news, quote-unquote. It's good that it's getting expanded into the Hotel Arcus region. So that means we have two regions here in Grandis that finally have familiars, or will finally have familiars, which is not ideal, but it's better than nothing. So, Hotel Arcus, it's pretty small for an area, all things considered, especially when you compare it directly to Cernium, because Burnium is a thing as well. There's a ton of maps. I mean, even if you look at, like, Odium, not so many maps in Odium, I guess, but Shangri-La has a bunch. Either way, there's not too many maps in the Hotel Arcus area, and because of that, options are pretty limited, honestly. And there are some decent maps still, don't get me wrong, but it is heavily limited. And what I mean by this is, if we take a look here, let me pull this back up. But if we take a look at maplemaps.net, I will link this in the description down below. If you're not familiar with MapleMaps, MapleMaps is the ultimate resource for map knowledge in this game. It is a fucking godsend, basically. It'll tell you, as you can see, it gives you table views, or you can do, like, actual region views, which is what we're gonna do. But it gives you the data on maps like you wouldn't believe. You could only dream of such data. Now, obviously, since we're focusing on Hotel Arcus, we go to Hotel Arcus, and this is what we're looking at. So, I'll just cut straight to the chase. I believe there's only 3 Hotel Arcus maps that have an 18k plus mob cap. One of them is going to be over here, Outlaw Infested Waste 4. Has Iron Shot Desperados in it, as you can see. If we go back, right here, 39 spawn points. If a map has 39 spawn points, it has 18k mobs. As you can see here, with default settings, it'll tell you how many mobs per hour. With the spawn, 18k. With Frenzy, it'd be 64.9. But since we're reboot, I'm reboot at least, I focus on the 18k number. So this is one of the few maps in Hotel Arcus that can reach 18k. The other maps are, I believe it's this one, yes, Nostalgic Drive-In Theater 3. This is another map. The background's a little fucky here, but this is another map that can reach the 18.2k mark. And the final map that can reach 18k is one of these train cars. Where is it? Is it the train car? Is it this one? That's 17.7. Is there only 2? I thought there was 3. I guess I'm wrong. I guess there is only 2 maps that can reach 18k. Because these are both going to be 17.7. 17.7. But 17.7 is still workable, all things considered. But the train cars have the other 17.7k maps. There is another 17.7k map here in Outlaw Infested Waste 3. 4 is the one with 18k, 3 is the one with 17.7k, and then the 34 spawn cap maps have 15.8, which are generally not super great, all things considered. But the biggest thing to note is the size differential in maps, right? And also platforms. Obviously, not every class is built equal. Some classes can farm certain maps much easier than other classes. So, what do these maps look like in practice? Like, this map is noticeably bigger, though this is a pretty decent layout, all things considered, for what it is. And if you go over here to the top right corner, you can't see it on my screen recording, but there's a button that says Rotation Helper. If we click Rotation Helper, it pops us into this screen. And the most important thing about this screen is it lets us select our class and place our skills. Most importantly, the common skills are what we're going to be looking at here. So like Soul Janus Dusk. This is the passive proc of Soul Janus if you have it in Dusk mode. So we can kind of move it around. So if we want to try to find a spot where we can stand in to cover as much of the map as possible to allow for a super lazy rotation. So we could do something like this, perhaps. Like we stand here. We use our some mobbing attack. I mean, for Nightwalker, it would be Bite. So we Bite here. Our Bite procs are Dusk. And then we would cast like our... Oh, this is our active fountain. We don't want to use that. We want to use this. And we place like our fountain here, perhaps. We would still be missing like the top 2 platform. But if we didn't want to move and we wanted to do something lazy, it could look like this on this map, for example. Again, Rotation Helper is super useful for figuring out a way to farm these maps. And that's the important thing, and that's sort of what I'm trying to give you information-wise in this video. I'm trying to show you how to use the tools to learn how to farm maps yourself. So in the future, you don't need to, look up things like this. But you can see that we're missing 4 spawns from this map. So while this map is 39 spawns, we're missing 4. If we kill all of these on spawn every single time, I mean, it's up to you, depending on how lazy you want to be. And this is why I say it's not always a bad thing to farm a smaller map, right? Because if we're missing 4 spawns in a 39 map, it's like we're farming a 35 map, right? Which might as well be a 34 map. So if we could theoretically farm this map, like, let's go to Rotation Helper in this map. It is a much, much smaller map, as we can see. So if we do the same thing here, let's say I just flop it here, Shadow Bite here. I don't even need the fountain for this map, and I could theoretically clear the whole map. You know what I mean? And again, it's always important to test these things in-game to see how they feel, and I will show you exactly how I would go about testing them in-game. So we pull up in-game here. Let's head on over to Theater 3. We'll start at Theater 3. So Theater 3, this is the big map. This is the massive monster map. So the thing that we drew up was, essentially, I placed my fountain, what was it, like here? And then I would stand here and Shadow Bite. So if we do this, always run a battle analysis, and then with the battle analysis, you can track just how many mobs you're killing per cycle. And we can kind of see. So if we were killing 35, we should have been 70. 35, we should be like 105. So we're at 103. So we're not quite killing 35 every cycle. Which again, maybe we need to find a better rotation. Or honestly, maybe we just need a better map. But ultimately, it depends on the sort of level of active farming you want to do. A bigger spawn cap map isn't necessarily better, right? In a vacuum, yes, but in actuality, it might not be. So this is the smaller map that we were looking at. This is the one where I can just kind of, I guess, like stand here and just go. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I mean, it looks like we full cleared that super easy. And this is what I mean. We're getting about the same kills in both of these maps, right? Our maximum potential in this map is going to be smaller, but it allows us to farm a bit lazier. And it also, I mean, it's much easier to loot this map again just because of the size differential on the maps. Anyways, I think I'll stop yapping because I hopefully got across my point and to kind of make you guys... I've given you guys the tools to figure this out on your own, for your own classes. And again, try different maps, try to figure things out. You might be surprised at the kind of maps that you can farm, especially now with Soul Janus. And if you want to put in more effort while farming, use the summon version of Soul Janus. Like, it's up to you. If you want to be lazy and sacrifice some rates, no worries. If you want to be more active and be more participating in the farming of maps, no worries, do it. You'll get more kills, you'll get more drops. Good luck out there getting your familiar roles. Hopefully they add more to more Grandis areas soon, but as of now, that's the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Hearts, I love you all. Like the video if you like it, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you to my YouTube members. Consider becoming a member. Help support the channel out a little bit more, but it's never required. Remix my life. I'm Newfoo. You guys are the greatest tier 2s a man could ask for. And It's Biscuits, Ender, Diz. You guys are all my close friends, and I love you all. Bye.